Michael Grant, 3 Contra 6. Michael.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our guests. A very short time ago, I was in my house, and something came to me that between my wife and I, we have 3 conversations, 3 ways of communicating to each other. My wife's is about people. She comes in every day and tells me about the little 2-year-old downstairs, and she's happy, and she did some jump rope, or she painted a picture. It's very interesting. Every day we talk about this little girl. It's something new, something different. She then tells me about Shirley. Shirley is my wife's Joker to her Batman. She can't do anything right. No matter how hard my wife teaches her, she still does it wrong. My wife goes on and on. One time I said, just punch her. I just never learned that women just want to talk. They don't need answers from us. But I never learned. 17 years we've been talking like this. She also told me about her Girl Scout troop. A long time ago, she ran a camp for Girl Scouts. About 5 years of her life, about 30 years ago. A year ago, she decided that she wanted to meet all those girls again. Call them all up. They had a party for them in July. 30 girls camped out from like 200 girls several years ago. We now talk about them every day. There's a new girl, the 1978 girl, the 1982 girl, the 1985 girl. I'd be more interested except I met these girls who are now women, and most of them can beat me up. I guess I'm very shallow because I only like women that I find approachable and attractive. So. The other thing I learn about every day is my wife's softball team. 12-year-old girls that play as well as you can with $300 bats being dropped off by BMW, what is those? SUVs. And they'll play as hard as they can unless it's a day that our mom's going to take them shoe shopping. And then they get sick and they don't show up. Frequently, my wife has to cancel the game because they only have 7 players. That means 5 players want to go shoe shopping and 7 players want to go with them. So I listen to that. 17 years of marriage. Love my wife. She talks at me. I listen. That's what 17 years of marriage does to you. You talk at people. You never listen. Now me, on the other hand, I have a lot of interesting conversation. Honey, did you know they put asparagus, garlic and asparagus in San Francisco? I think it's a great idea. And I'll go on and on about asparagus and garlic in San Francisco. And she'll look at me and her eyes glaze over. I've seen that expression many, many times. Oh, garlic. Then I'll tell her, I've researched a new French book that I have to have. Another important French book. Much like the other 22 books I have on French cooking. But this one's different because it has a new pork recipe. And this pork recipe can make me a lot of money. If I just had this pork recipe and I got to play with it a little bit. See, now that's interesting. I find it fascinating. The other thing is, I'll search around and I'll be watching the food show. And as soon as my wife goes through that door, I'll say, do you know what Emerald did today? Oh my God, you can't believe this. He did mashed potatoes. But the way I really want to do them, not like the one I did last time, on and on, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Now see, I find that fascinating, exciting. My wife, on the other hand, she plays with sharp objects the entire time, just goes, I don't know how to do it. Very bad, very bad. So I talk at my wife. 17 years of marriage. We don't really listen, but we talk. I thought about that one day, and then I figured out there's a third conversation in our marriage. And it's one that's not spoken. It's one that 2 people do every day. They get up together, they have breakfast together, they go to work, they bring money into that house that they share together. They come home, they eat dinner together, they watch TV together, they do chores, they go for rides, they raise the kid. That conversation is the most important conversation that I have. And I didn't realize it because it's not something you can hear with your ears, you hear with your heart. And it's the most important conversation that we have. And I stopped because it is. It's a conversation. It's a story of two people, besides all the 300 million people in this country, got together and every day do the simplest things. And we know when we come home that she can talk about her people and I can talk about my recipes. And the other person will put up with it and be there. So what I'm sharing with you, that I believe, if you're in relationships as much as I, maybe not as long, but you'll get there, then when they're 17 years, 15 years, 10 years, they'll start talking at each other. And you gotta be there for them. But I want you to really know that the conversation that's really important is the one that's not being spoken. And please open up your heart and listen to it. Thank you.